Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3 p.m. here, February 8th in Chicago. My name's Elvin, also known as Epoxy, and today it's going to be our Saturday League of Legends cast. But as opposed to the last few weeks where I've been casting the Division C team as they take on CSL, this actually, as a change of pace, will be the Division A team for today's games. Division C is had their match forfeited, so they're not playing. So free win for them, from as their opponents had forfeited, not us. But with that in mind, we do have a game today planned with the Division A team as they take on Hawkeye Community College Redtail's Esports. So right now, both teams in the lobby, and one of the nice things, I guess, about this format will be because this is part of the official Collegiate League of Legends series. All of the teams here in the Collegiate Law get the league unlocked, so they have access to all the champions, so they don't have to do like a pro draft or anything of the sort. So looking like both teams are ready to get going, so looking like picks and bans will get on the way. So alright, there we go. And now I can cue my music. Alright. So, it's going to be for top lane, Zayn, jungle, Divine, Plu, mid, Blitzkrieg bottom, and Boombang support here for IIT. For Hawkeyes, they've got Gazer, Pazer, I'm just going to go with Gazer. Top lane, Kachurg in the jungle, Gal Miraz mid, Nevermore bottom, and the War of Gingers as the support. IIT going to start things off with the Darius ban, so looking like they're going to be focusing that against maybe Gazer. Looking like maybe these first couple bans will be focused maybe towards the one tricks as opposed to maybe just meta bans. It is going to be a Soraka ban and Syndra ban here for Hawkeyes, so they're gonna. I've been seeing a lot of talk recently about the Soraka top lane, Soraka everywhere. So looking like Hawkeyes don't even want to give that as an option, as a possible option for IIT to go with. Meanwhile, IIT is going to finish out their first phase of bans here with the Morgana and the Aphelios. So they're to help out Blitzkrieg and Boombang. We've seen, currently right now the Hawks 1-1 in the CLoL series. So a must-win situation for them today, for either team if they wish to keep their run in the Collegiate League of Legends to have a chance to go past the round robin. But we'll have to see. Both teams facing that kind of one loss, this is now no longer having that kind of safety zone buffer for them. Gonna have to make sure that they bring everything out. Then it's going to be Syndra and Zac there for the Hawkeyes that they're gonna get. Should I say Redtails? I guess Redtails might be better. So Redtails are gonna ban out the Syndra and Zac jungle there to get not give that option to Divine. But with the first couple of picks here for IIT, it's going to be Nautilus locked in by Zayn, probably looking at maybe a Nautilus support. And then Nidalee jungle there for Divine. Right now, IIT is going to finish it up with Caitlyn for Blitzkrieg there, picked by Plu, and then Hawkeyes are going to do Redtail, are going to do the Xayah Rakan bot lane duo, and finish it up with a Renekton top there by Gal Miraz. So, going to be entering now second phase of bans, and now IIT's got their mid and top laner support. I'm not really sure if that Nautilus is going to be. I'm feeling like it's going to be used in the as a support. So looking like mid and top will be left as the options there for Hawkeyes to ban out, but it's going to be the jungle and mid available left for Redtail. So IIT then going to ban out the J4 jungle, while Redtails will ban out the Sylas mid. So Sylas and Syndra already taken away from Plu. What will be another AP champion, and it's going to actually be the Ahri. So 3 mids taken away from Redtails there, and then IIT's last ban coming up here. And it's going to be the Olaf jungle being taken out here. So 2 junglers there, looking like you know, Nidalee with the potential for jungle invade, very quick champion to get in and out through those walls with her jump, will mean that it's going to rely on Redtails to be able to collapse if they want to be able to punish any kind of potential invade, and it's going to be the Rammus jungle here picked for Redtails here. So looking like, you know, Rammus can keep up the chase with his rollout, but won't be able to get over walls, but he will have that strong CC if they're able to find her to probably keep her in place for a bit to land some damage. It's going to be Vladimir top there, picked up by Blitzkrieg, so going to be giving that to Zayan later, and IIT is going to have their last pick here with about 13 seconds left. What is going to be the mid lane here for Blue? And it's going to be the Corki. Interesting. So, you know, or with that you know, AP damage possibility with Corki's passive, I believe. That will try to see what that's going to be going up against here. From what the Redtails pick, and it's going to be Mordekaiser. So perhaps Mordekaiser top, if I had to guess. But in any case, everyone's going to be switching over. So it looks like IIT's already got themselves lined up. It is going to be Zayan on the Vladimir top, Divine with the Nidalee jungle, Plu on the Corki mid, Blitzkrieg on the Caitlyn bottom, and then Boom Bang on the Nautilus support. For Redtails, it's going to be Renekton top, Rammus jungle, Mordekaiser mid. Yep, and then Xayah and Rakan bot lane. So we're going to be hitting the 3-minute spectate delay in a bit, so we'll go on a short break. But when we get back, it's going to be game 1 between IIT versus Redtails. Thanks for coming by, everyone. See you soon. Alrighty. We are back, and the spectator delay has expired, so we're going to be getting ourselves into these games right now. Game 1 on its way. CLoL Week 3, Illinois Tech once again, versus Hawkeye Community College, Redtail's Esports. So it's going to be, if you're just joining us, Zayn on the Vladimir, Divine on that Nidalee, Plu, Corky mid, Blitzkrieg, Caitlyn bot, and Boom Bang on the Nautilus support. So a little bit different than what we've normally seen in terms of IIT's roster. Zayn, normally I think we've seen him in the bottom, and Blitzkrieg, I believe we see him on the mid lane, but in this case, Plu will be in the mid lane, and I think Boom Bang support has been something that we've seen in the past. And normally I think I've seen a lot of, I think this might be my first game casting that he's been playing on Nautilus, so we're going to definitely keep an eye out in terms of performance for what he can do against that Zaya Rakan, the 2v2 potential. I think, Nautilus definitely a very popular pick. I believe in the previous patch, but you don't see a lot of Rakan games anymore like this. So I know that he's had a couple of heavy nerfs a while back. I don't know if he's had any recent buffs. I don't believe so though, but always going to be looking out for that outplay. For IIT will be on the blue side, and on the blue side, and so for the red side it's going to be the Gazer on the Renekton, Kachurg, Rammus, Gal Baraz on the Mordekaiser mid, and then Nevermore and War of Gingers there in the bot lane. Interesting things of note, I guess, as we're loaded up now onto the Rift, is that the both IIT's mid and top have opted to take the summoners of the TP as opposed to the ignites there from the Mordekaiser and from the Renekton. So looking like Redtails are hungry for that first blood potential, maybe through one of those lanes, or just at least securing the kills right from the start. Alrighty. Anyone that's watching in chat, let us know. Hashtag IIT win, hashtag HCC win for who side you are on for today. It's going to be looking like IIT is going to be having a 5-man approach all towards the same location as opposed to Redtails splitting up their 5. Actually, the Blitzkrieg a little bit behind, not actually keeping an eye out towards any of the bottom, but it's going to be Boom Bang starting things off with the Nautilus hook. Gonna catch the Renekton, but he will be able to back safely. None the worse for wear. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to see, will that ignite selection there for the for Redtails and end up paying off, as opposed to the 5-man potential team play for big objectives as they get into like that mid-late game phase. Alrighty. Camp's going to be spawning in a few seconds, and it's looking like Rammus is going to start his way with that red buff, while IIT is going to have Divine solo the Raptors on his own, and that's going to be a lot of traps all over the place there, and she's going to go on his own leisure. Meanwhile, bottom not showing themselves here onto the right from the start of the wave, but that's going to definitely give the indication to HCC that Divine will not have a start. Actually, they won't know which camp he started, as he did not put any wards, my mistake. But IIT going to start things off here, pushing the wave early, so they'll be getting that level 2 probably faster, and perhaps maybe an all-in from Boom Bang with a Nautilus hook, perhaps. Meanwhile, it looks like probably Rammus will finish things up here on the top side. I don't expect a level 2 gank in the top, but it's already Zayn and Gazer trading blows right from the start. And actually, if my eyes deceive me, that Renekton has no items. Hold on. That's gotta be a bug, right? I don't think so, actually. I think that Renekton actually legitimately has no items with him, so I'm not sure if that's intentional. I can't imagine that being intentional. Alright. If it is, that's gonna be a huge misplay. But you know, hey, what do I? Maybe a 200 big brain play from that Renekton. You never know. I'm really hoping it's just a bug. But it will be Plu on the Corgi ship. Landing a couple of autos there, but he's going to have to be hiding away, and it's going to be the stun on Couture, the taunt coming through as well, but holds onto the flash, able to Valkyrie right out, and he will be just fine. Meanwhile, Boombang, Caitlyn, Boombang and Blitzkrieg pushing up the top, chunking down HCC spot lane by about half. The Q is going to land. And Xayah's got some biscuits to keep her relatively healthy. Boombang's going to try to land a shot from downtown, not going to land. And looking like both teams are IITs, both sides just pushing up their lanes respectively. Already a double CS count there from Vladimir. I really don't know if that no items was actually intentional. I'm sorry, hold on. We just saw a first blood that I missed. Alright. It will be the interaction going with Rammus at his blue buff, not going to be there, but Boombang's going to go for the flash auto. It's going to land on the Xayah. It will go through the spacing there on War of Gingers. He is going to have his flash available. I don't think he's going to blow it. One more auto will do it for the Caitlyn. There it goes. Nice play there for the Hawks. One kill for Caitlyn and one for the Nautilus. So a flash auto engage there from the Nautilus. He is looking to be as aggro as possible against that, and Xayah having to use both of her summoners there is going to definitely set her a little bit behind, as there's a nice big wave there to be pushing it up, and potentially a first turret plating. It's going to be Divine trying to run as fast as he can. He's going to have to flash out just to avoid the potential Rammus knockup from the roll and from the taunting engage. So Rammus will be able to secure that scuttle. A lot of vision right here under the river, as Corgi should be safe to push out this wave and potentially maybe look for a quick buyback. But anyways, first blood I believe went over to Nautilus, so he's going to come back with Moby boots of all things, so getting himself around the map as fast as possible, it looks like. And Caitlyn will have a BF sword to her name. Redtail's going to come at the first back and finally go with some items. He's going to have boots, longsword. So yeah, so he legitimately did not buy items. Insane. I did not know that was a thing, but Boombang's going to be starting things off in a 1v2 situation. Going to be chunked decently here. Divine not going to be able to help as he is too low. Boombang going to have to pop his potions just to be able to regen back to just a little bit of health, and you know, looking like they're still trying to be as aggressive as possible. Keep the wave pushed up, from the looks of it. It's going to be a control word spotted out from both sides as HCC goes for the clear. Wave here pushing in favor of HCC. We're going to give some time for the Caitlyn to farm up, as she does have about a 10 CS lead above the Xayah at the moment. Vladimir is going to be backing with an amplifying tome. And Rammus is going to be probably clearing out the top wave. Could be a potential engage for a gank here in the top lane. Divine still farming it up, is going to be hitting level 6 probably within the next minute or so. Not going to get it through the Crux yet though. It's going to be Boombang starting things off. He is going to get knocked out. The hook does not land, and it's going to be taking a decent amount of damage. E slow will have the ignite follow up, and that's going to be the heal being used. War of Gingers will have the ignite finish him off. And unfortunately that engage too strong for Boombang to commit, as he had already lost a lot of health from the earlier skirmish at the 1v2 situation, so that's definitely not ideal. But it's going to be Caitlyn going to be knocked up. Going to have to back right away from War of Gingers. Going to have her taken almost just one auto. Xayah does not commit with it though. And earlier we just saw the kill from the top lane as Renekton had fallen. He's going to have 3 longswords to his name now. Kachurg going to be taunted here at the tower, taking just one turret shot, but it will be Divine getting to level 6 before the Rammus and distracting the Rammus long enough for Divine to make quick work of this red buff. Doesn't look like HCC has the read on it, but Boombang, now back from dying earlier, is going to have HCC go all the way back. And Xayah will finally be able to get some items of her own with the Caulfield Warhammer. And perhaps looking like IIT can at least secure themselves one plate here, guaranteed. Nidalee here going to be absorbing some of that wave pressure as Corki goes for the back. And Corki looking like he's going to be going for the Triforce first item. I believe that's got to be a Phage. He's going to be going for a TP here onto the mid lane just to get right back into the action. No packages as of yet, right? I don't think packages spawn until like the 10-minute mark. So right now, it's going to be the Rammus starting up that Cinder Hulk build. Has his Cinder along to help for some of that AoE damage, but we'll have to see. You know, just a couple of trades, mostly between the lane action. One assist there from Divine earlier, but looking like Gazer wants to be going for some damage. Lands the auto stun. As the Corgi Plu trots along the mid lane. Rammus here finishing up, going to get his ways, gonna get started with the Scuttle, or potentially look for a gank. Plu with his flash available is going to see the Valkyrie being used. Will be able to just get right out of that, but it could be an ult being used here. It's going to be walking right in front of Zayn, though. The damage is potentially there. He's going to be rooted right in there. That's a lot of damage going to be an ignite. Having to flash over to, and then look, Gal will be able to finish off that kill. Vlad not going to flash over along with him. And a poor misplay there from Plu to be able to be dragged inside through the Mordekaiser. Will have that in their favor. Divine's going to be here though to capture, absorb some of that pressure. It's going to be Boombang instantly taking out Gingers. It's going to be Divine going right here. He's going to be able to be rooted under turret, but the damage is barely there. Divine's one auto away from it, from dying, and only the Rakan will fall. Xayah barely escaping with probably less than 20 health. Gazer though going for a dive, it looks like, onto the Vlad. Take a quick replay of that. Walking all the way over. Zayn still walking through Tribush. He's going to pull pretty early, actually. And going to be stunned without taking any of that turret. What a misplay from Gazer, though. He actually flashed in place, but was not able to get away with that kill, unfortunately. So, was able to get away with that kill, I'm sorry. Pluto wanting to pay back in kind, knowing that the Mordekaiser has no flash, but Mordekaiser starting that Leandri's build with that Haunting, guys, is going to have to back in order to get a chance to be able to finish up that, get a Blasting Wand as well. But it is going to be Divine still going with these jungle invades, now taking two pretty big buffs. The red buff earlier there from their camp, and now the blue as well. It is going to be the Mountain Drag. Going to look like it's going to be secured here from the Hawks. Oh wait, we have two Hawks. It's IIT Hawks and HCC Hawks, and a little bit of miscommunication as there's two control words now being shown. So that's 60 gold waiting for anyone who wants to go for it. It will be the Caitlyn having a comfortable CS lead above the Xayah, and Boombang still looking for these engages wherever he can. The auto is not going to be coming through as of yet, but that's going to be a lot of damage. Xayah will not be able to follow up. Blitzkrieg going all the way, taking... What? What? I have... what a insane misplay from Blitzkrieg. Alright. Yeah, you're going top lane next game, buddy. Yeah, walking under the turrets, I believe he must have been just like missing the click on the Rakan to be landing the autos or something, because that's something you never want to see happen. It will be Renekton coming down here for Rome as they are looking to shut down this Corki down. It will be Divine though, seeing the Renekton, seeing the Rammus clear that jungle, and trying to see if they can put the Scuttle in contention, but Vlad will be here to help. Corki is going to be here to help. Has chunked out Mordekaiser low enough to not be present in that fight. Vlad looking like they might want to go for engage. There's going to be a lot of damage there. Divine one auto. It's going to be getting the knockup, but Zayn will be there to follow up. He's going to have to flash out to get away from that Mordekaiser. Going to be taken very low. Flash auto there from the Nautilus to be able to get that Renekton down. Will be the Mordekaiser with his ult available if he decides to take anyone with it. Doesn't look like it. He will go for the fall. I'm sorry, no. He will take the Vladimir. Zayn going to look like he's going to have to fall here. But rest of the IIT members there to collapse. And yeah, Redtail able to still dish out some damage. Mordekaiser still able to dish out that damage inside the ult. Zayn trapped with him. Blitzkrieg is going to be having to fend for himself 1v2, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. HCC's bot lane so far hasn't really been impressing me too much in terms of their bot lane 2v2 potential. Again, matching against Boombang's aggression, he's probably just going to look for another engage right from the start, but it is looking like a nice little E dodge to be able to get away from that Rakan as Caitlyn just peppers in those autos all throughout. You know, if Nautilus just goes right in for it, he's probably going to be able to get another kill there for IIT. He will be coming back with the Gargoyle Stone Plate as a first item. I thought Knight's Vow was more preferable, but it looks like he's just wanting to just take as much damage as possible for his team to get things started. So it's going to look like a little bit of a transition. Vlad will be there to get some of the minions there in the mid lane. Divine, though, still trading a little bit with that. And hold on, another 2v2 in IIT's favor. Let's take a quick look at it. Yeah, it's got to be Boombang's aggression. So he's going all the way in. The W does not actually land. And a pretty big misplay, unfortunately. But the damage is there to knock up the Rakan. Xayah will ult. Rammus coming here from behind. But looking like they're not going to risk that. Nidalee will put down the first Rift Herald. Rammus is going to be coming from around. Doesn't look like they might want to keep fighting, but... or not. So Divine going to be getting a little bit knocked up from the Rammus, but not taunted as of yet. Clue taken to now under just half health. Mordekaiser keeps landing those shots. Doesn't have a flash available either. Blitzkrieg going to be going for a dive along with Boombang to be able to get the kill on Xayah though. And Plu will have to back right out in order to avoid getting slain under his own tower. Nidalee's going to be at the Raptors as turret plating has now expired. Gazer and Mordic and Gall trying to see what they can do to chunk down this mid tower. They're going to get it down to just about 2k health. And Plu's going to start things off with that huge Valkyrie to land in all of that damage. That AP damage is going to be nuts for him. Well played there for... one more auto will not be able to do it. Gal is turning on big against that Mordekaiser, and IIT struggling to be able to have that damage against it, but you know, they're still keeping pretty even with these trades. I'd say even with HCC getting these kills, they're still going at least 1 for 1, 1 for 2 kind of deal here. So if anything, you know, we're gonna have to see now with 2 turrets now completed, mid and bot opened up here for the IIT to be able to have access. Will be a cloud dragon, excuse me, spawning now in about 10 seconds. No vision as of yet, but Nautilus, having finished his support item quest, will have some wards to be able to put down as HCC looks to group for this dragon. And again, a dragon with the Mordekaiser ult. Excuse me. Oh wait, that's right. You don't get that anymore, right? I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I keep thinking of old Mordekaiser for some reason. Anyways, that will be a pretty beefy board. I think he's actually ahead, and Plu will be just about 300 gold ahead of the board, but looking like Divine's going to try to backdoor this dragon. He will have some assistance from Boombang. Rakan just putting down a ward. Will be able to see them going at it, but Rammus now just finally coming in will not be able to get that. Will not be able to get that dragon at all, as the ocean map change will be able to get a lot more vision control potential. Divine launching a spear, going to be landing there on the War Gingers, and War Ginger's the only person in front of the bot lane that's actually being able to get the kills. Divine landing another spear to put that Rakan at half health. Another chance like that might be too much to handle, but it's going to be Rammus pushing out this bot lane, not with his team, as IIT starts their progress here towards the tier 2 mid. Mordekaiser trying to do what he can. That damage there, though, is showing up. Root from the Boombang there to start things off. Caitlyn gonna have to Plu gonna have to flash out to avoid the Renekton. slow there from Nautilus. E, not going to be getting knocked up. The stun as they try to commit themselves towards that Caitlyn. They're able to get him. Plu's going to fall down as well. But the CC from HCC, too strong. Zayn going to want to try to dive right in. They're still looking for a fight. Kachunk going to be taken very low. IIT ready to respond, getting 2 kills on their own. Rammus and Renekton. Zaya going to be the only one left in the fight and Divine going to be flashing over. In fact, still in the hunt for that Zaya. She will be able to see her pass around through the bend. He's going to hop over the Krugs. But the bush is going to be there. Mordekaiser is going to be there with his ult available, but not going to be able to grab the Nidalee. And I believe IIT goes 2 for 3 in that trade. I believe that the Nautilus had fallen as well. Yeah, Plu and Caitlyn. Plu on the Blitzkrieg on the Caitlyn and Plu on the Corki. Pretty much instantly shredded. You know, that CC potential with the auto stun and the Rammus play is dangerous. Divine's going to be able to secure the red buff, but at what cost? He will be having to take it out on Boombang here. You know, I'm not sure about what's the point of just going for that fight. Boombang with a pretty big misplay. And the flash on top. Good lord, dude. Just die. Just take the L. Blitzkrieg going to have to try to get out with where he can. Caitlyn going to have to net herself out, but that's going to be 2 kills to bring HCC right back onto the map, as IIT does have a 5k gold lead, but in terms of map play, I'm not really too much of a fan of it yet. It's going to be the 3 forms of CC, and once again, Plu getting 1v1 by the Renekton, and IIT struggling to be able to find something to do at this mid-game phase right after the towers. And you hate to see it, but if IIT can't translate their gold leads into actually effective team play, well, you're going to get games like this where you're going to actually have chances for them to come back, as now they only have a 1 deficit on the kill board. And still looking like they want to fight. Like, I don't know what IIT's got. Like, it's literally just deja vu, but they're going to try to still look for a fight. It is going to be landing onto the Rammus. Zaya going to be ulting. Not actually going to be able to get any of that damage through, as Nidalee leaps right into there. Stopwatch going to be used by Zayn. He's going to have to just get out, but gets hammered right down by the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser will turn on big if they're not able to kill him. The damage is not there for the Hawks. Gal turning on big, 8-2-0 with the Leandries, and he's going to probably be able to get himself built towards another AP item pretty soon. Blitzkrieg going to be able to see Gazer right through the wards, but Plu trying to see what they can do. Valkyrie going to be used onto Gazer. Boombang will land a hook. And IIT still trying to look for opportunities where they can, but they got to be able to have an answer for that Mordekaiser. QSS for sure. It's got to be considered from the marksman here to be able to get themselves out of a situation like that. Yeah, now the lead only turning into about 3k, so in that entire exchange, you know, HCC comes back with 2,000 gold as a comeback, making their way through these camps once again, same here with Nidalee, as it will be an Ocean's Dragon spawning within about 30 seconds, so IIT's got to do what they can to prep the vision. It will be Boombang finally finishing up all his entire support questline. Going to be seeing the Rammus if he walks up to it, and does spot the Rakan out, but will put a cautionary ward there to keep it out. Keep an eye out for it. It will be a turret following. I don't know which one. Maybe the top lane? Sorry, I wasn't watching it actually. Clearing out whatever vision that they can. Corki now in the fight, but will not have the Valkyrie payload to be able to do that much damage onto them. And Gal will be tanky enough to be able to not do that much damage, but the damage is going to be coming in from the other side. Plu and Blitzkrieg now going to try to pinch in HCC. Mordekaiser can't really focus as they don't have access to that backline, but it will be Caitlyn having to force herself to flash out just to be avoiding the damage. Zayn going to try to do what he can against Gazer. Blitzkrieg going to have to land the autos there to be able to come through. Divine will be able to get the kill. Mordekaiser is still alive. having killed Corki earlier, and this 1v1 from Divine not going to actually have the damage as of yet, but they still want to go on the hunt. Divine's still looking for the kill here. Will be able to sidestep the claw, but Gazer coming in here is going to be pushing himself in a 1v2 situation. Going to have to do some quick fancy footwork, but Divine gets instantly bursted by the Renekton with the Ignite as well, and that's a big misplay there from the Hawks as they don't respect the Mordekaiser, thinking that they can fight him. Yeah, Renekton and Mordekaiser here saving the game for HCC, and that should be giving them actually access to the Dragon. Boombang going to be stuck in between of all things. Not sure about this play. Blitzkrieg still trying to do what he can. It's going to be having a trap, but the damage is just not going to be there. It will be the Dragon secured there for the Mordekaiser, by the Mordekaiser, by the Rammus. As, yeah, IIT's team play, dude. This team making decisions, they've got a lot to work on, but it's going to be Caitlyn using her ult to try to chunk down Gal, and you know, Gal still has not died after the 2 death marks, so he's already got some shutdown gold with him. And he's going to have to Rylai's slow, the Liandry's burn damage, you know, not too sure what's going to be the options left. Why do I keep hearing this Corki? I don't understand. Alright. That's extremely annoying. Alright, Zayn will be spotted out here by the Rakan. Rakan's going to see the control ward as IIT starts to push out some of their lanes, perhaps a Baron play. But that's going to be now a Spirit Visage for the Mordekaiser, going to be able to take the brunt of the Zayn and Zayn's, Vlad, and Divine's Nidalee damage. So again, Divine cannot look for those 1v1 engages anymore on the Mordekaiser. Not until you get like Magic Pen or something. I just don't think that trying to still hunt for a Mordekaiser in those kind of settings is optional. Like if they in this play right here, like why chase? Just have the Caitlyn set up a trap line, go at the drags, and then just nix him out. He has no armor, so I don't know. I do not know. That's a really poor play, I think, decision making from the Hawks. Maybe they were just got really turned on from like what looked like a really good play, and then just tried to bite off more than they could chew, I guess. It will be HCC grouping up here. That Nidalee Spear not going to be doing really that much onto the Mord, but she's still trying to lead the team to whatever poke damage that she can get. Pushing out HCC all the way to their tier 2 mid. Vlad's going to be solo pushing, it looks like, from the bot lane. So a big 4v5 fight, you know, it's going to, if IIT ends up losing that, they're going to be in a really bad position for sure. Will be looking like they want to get themselves started with the Rammus starting to get himself. He's going to be flashing Boombang, in fact. But the damage, Boombang should be relatively healthy. Activates the Gargoyles, activates Shurilias to speed up the team. But, you know, the flash play there from Rammus could be something that they can look at. And Vlad still pushing for this bomb 2, going for the split push build. Looking like HCC is going to have to make some good, quick decision making. IIT showing pretty good discipline to disengage from these kind of fights. Blitzkrieg going to be launched right into the damage. Will be able to follow through. Zaya's feathers will be able to pierce right through to Caitlyn's heart, and they will be able to secure themselves to finally break into this tier 1 mid. But Plu and Vlad going for that split push. Plu will have a wave here to go chunk this turret to about half. Already going to be looking for more. Boombang's going to be taken very low. Divine's going to be diving right there for it. He's going to land into the Q. The Ignite also following through from the Mordekaiser. Will be able to take down Boombang. Divine having to flash just to be able to get that kill into the Zaya. But the damage is not through the Zaya, it's through the Mord. And the Mord is going to be looking like he wants to chuck himself through this tier 2. It will be both the bot and top tier 2s there in IIT's favor, but HCC responds in kind with the tier 2 mid. Tier 2 mid for HCC still open as now IIT leads 2 turrets. But yeah, definitely for sure. Not looking like Nautilus is doing the right thing with the locket to prevent some of that AP from Mord. No Quicksilver sashes yet here for either guys. I don't know if they've discussed this as an option. I don't even know if that's really the play, I'll be honest, but This could be a Void Staff. Well, that'd be pretty... Is it? There's no way. I'm trying to think. Ginsu's doesn't build with Spellbook, does it? It's Recurve, Pickaxe, and Blasting Bond, so I'm not sure what this Amplifying Tome is going to be used for. If I had to guess, I would say Void Staff, but... that will help against the two Spear Visitors by Renekton and by the Mord, so... Going to be another Ocean Drake here spawning, and IIT will have 2 dragons as opposed to the 1 Ocean that HCC has, and the vision isn't really there. Boombang's going to be actually kind of stuck in between. Zayn's going to be captured right here. He's going to be having to pull right in through. Rakan going to be trying to ult it. It is going to be charming the Caitlyn, and he is going to be caught within the Mordekaiser, but going to try to do what he can get. Going to try to see what he can do to keep them away from it, as he's going to be diving too deep for that. Zayn going to try to do what he can, but he's not going to have his flash available. He will fall down to the Renekton. Divine going to be chasing onto the Xayah in a 1v1. Nice Boombang hook to be able to get it, but Raz turning Gazer turning on with the Renekton, but 4 members of IIT still alive here for this. Vlad only one to fall. Nice ace play there from the Hawks. Let's do a quick replay actually, because I casted that pretty fast. Yeah, this play here, I thought the heal coming in from Caitlyn definitely clutched to keep her alive. I'm pretty sure she would have fallen otherwise. That's a big one there. Mordekaiser diving way too deep, but Caitlyn having the good discipline to still be keeping her at bay. And Mordekaiser respects it because he has no armor to deal against that Kate auto. So she is doing pretty well to herself with 7-4 and 11 KDA. Literally with the Rabadons. Okay, yeah, that's what I saw the needlessly large rod, but I was debating if it was going to be something else. Anyway, IIT is going to be 4 members strong with this Baron. Zayn will be alive to be able to get the buff as well. Will definitely help him as he tries to continue to split push onto the bottom. And Baron power play. Going to be looking like Mordekaiser's finally going to be going for some armor items of his own. Going to have to try to put whatever he can. I think he's actually now ahead for sure from Plu. About 1k. And same here for the Renekton as well. But IIT's bot lane is their saving grace with the 3.5k gold lead there onto the Caitlyn for sure. And Divine's jungle prowess above the Rammus. Good lord, that's about 3-4k for sure right there. What am I getting in chat? I'm getting hashtag IIT win for Pokner, you're a good guy. Risk taker, hashtag HGC win, you're banned. American AF, go Kachurg. Well, hey, we've got some HCC love here, but it's going to be Boombang returning some love to that Mordekaiser, and he's going to be focused by 4 members, but the Gargoyle Stone Plate going to be there, Valkyrie damage going to be there from the Corki, and he's going to be able to land a rocket right onto Xayah's face. And IIT able to use this Baron to continue pushing. Zayn still going for it as well. 2 different entrances here, and looking like they're going to continue to concede. Nice follow-up there from Boombang. IIT looking like they want to be closing out this fight. And it's going to be the first inhib. Another Boombang hook going to be landing, and Divine misses the spear, but not going to matter. Still with the Baron minions in play here. It's going to be pushing them all the way out here. IIT going to be able to take themselves game 1 victory here from a Dragon play, a Baron play, and all the way to the victory here at 31 minutes. Another hook being landed, but that's going to do it. Game 1 in IIT's favor. Alright. You can invite. Alright, let's take it back. Oh, you know what? I should have checked the damage charts. If I had to guess, I'd say Mordekaiser would be the highest. Maybe Divine? I don't think so. I mean, he got kills, but he wasn't actually the one like dishing damage every single second, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I would say Mordekaiser. Anyway, Let's get ourselves back into the lobby. So it will be IIT taking the game one here, getting themselves on the board early here against the Redtails, and Hawkeye is going to have to try to figure out, what can they do different? Can they stop the bleeding long enough from the bot lane to be able to have their mid and top turn on like that and be able to carry the game throughout, or uh, maybe just recover the losses. Maybe just like opt for split pushing. Don't even try for the 5-man fight. But I don't know. I think HCC shows up when it comes to their 5-man fighting. You know, IIT definitely a little scattered in terms of how they want to execute their 5-man plays. I think mid game definitely a lot of struggling with. I think like Divine trying to aggressively go for I think his third buff at that red buff from HCC, getting caught out, and then Booming not really be able to provide any support before she died, but still falling down anyway. You know, those are the kind of kills that gives a way back in for the enemy team, I think. And um, hopefully, cleaner plays that we'll see in the next games, couple of games. But I think IIT, if they want to polish up that kind of mid game phase, they definitely don't want to give chances like that. But near the end, I think they were able to finally snap to their senses and really come down to some really good, concise like execution on who to focus and whatnot. Mordekaiser shouldering too much for the team, trying to like be the center of attention for everyone, but that one dragon play where he was able to try to commit for the Caitlyn, and she instantly was able to get the flash out and range herself away from the board, I think was definitely the big play. And then Renekton also not being able to dish out damage at the same time was definitely a moot point there for HCC. Yeah, I mean bot lane 2v2, yeah, they were able to come out on top for sure. I only think the comment would be like that one small misplay where Blitzkrieg just like aggroed 2 turret shots for no reason. I think he was just misclicking, maybe lost his mouse, lost the alley, just couldn't see his pointer, or something like that. That one was an unfortunate one to witness. You hate to see those. But all right. Anything else from chat? We've got Nightwind42 saying pineapples are the superior life form. Okay, well I'm allergic, so I can't really appreciate them as much as. That's probably why I haven't been able to reach my superior rank of challenger in solo queue. So, note to self: if I want to get challenger, it's gonna have to be investing in some pineapple diet. All right, looking like there's going to be a roster switch according to Divine. So we're gonna see a top lane, perhaps. That'd be pretty interesting. But we'll have to see. I mean, I know Divine mains jungle, but I'm sure he's able to play at least competently on all of the other lanes at this kind of level. So, are we going to be seeing maybe more of a tanky top lane? I don't think so. I think HCC enjoys having that double ignite potential. Like they were able to use that pretty effectively in mid lane to be able to keep themselves into the game, for the most part. Like and then I think probably just not as flashy of a 2v2 for Xayah Rakan. Maybe it's just something extremely more passive like Ashleona, or maybe just like something more backline like a Caitlyn. Maybe take that away from IIT perhaps, by ban it or pick it for themselves. Israel, I'm trying to think. No, I don't really see an Israel being used here from HCC. I would say just like something safe, not going to be the one that's like doing the most damage. Just like a Ashe Lux, or maybe Sivir Wave Clear. That would be my recommendation. I think if you're not gonna, if you know you're not going to be able to last against the by the 2v2, just opt for the late game build. Opt for the wave clear potential to help your team out somewhere else. I don't know what's taking our team so long. Looks like maybe just like a bathroom break or something from Zan. So we'll go. I guess we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll get ourselves into the pick ban phase. All right. Thanks, everyone. All right. Appreciate everyone's patience as looking like IIT had to fix up some stuff, but we are going to be getting ourselves now into Game 2 of Illinois Tech Division A against Redtail's Esports Hawkeye Community College. And if you're just with us, we just saw the Hawks take a hard-fought victory there on the blue side to bring it up to 1-0. Now, HCC in a much must-win situation. It's going to be now, though, HCC on the blue side, and to start things off, it's going to be taking out Boom Bang's Nautilus support. So looking like they don't want to deal with that at all in the bot lane. And it will be a Kane jungle there banned. But in this case, IIT's roster has changed for a bit. Divine will now be playing the top lane, Blitzkrieg jungle, Plu mid, Zayn now in the bot lane instead of top, and Boom Bang still on his mighty support. Will be the first phase of bans finishing up here, as besides the Nautilus there from HCC, it will be the Kane jungle and the Syndra mid, taken away from Plu once again. But from IIT, a little bit of a mix-up. I believe we saw a Darius ban as well from Game 1, but it will be the Renekton ban, looking like they don't want to have a chance for Gazer to be able to turn on and that kind of, have that kind of turn-on potential. And it will be the Aphelios and Darius also being banned out, but things already starting off pretty spicy with the Soraka being locked in by Gazer, and that could be the coveted Soraka top here from HCC. And in terms of IIT's response against that first pick, it's going to be Divine on the Yasuo and Blitzkrieg on the Gragas jungle. So a little bit more of a spicier combination, but Blitzkrieg with Gragas ult plus that Yasuo combo, if it's juicy, it's going to be juicy. But you know, Soraka's silence could be able to maybe nullify something like that from Yasuo, but we'll have to see. It is going to be Senna though, picked here for Kachurg. Likely going to be a bottom. I know Senna is support, but I don't see it as much as opposed to ADC nowadays. You know, you just put Glacial Augment on that and you're busted. Like Senna Teemo, if anything. You can just 2v2 like that. I lost to that yesterday in the normals, and that was embarrassing enough. Anyway, yep, that's going to be Olaf jungle there to finish things off, though, for the first phase of picks there for HCC. IIT is going to respond in kind with the Kha'Zix jungle, so looking for that assassin damage all over the map. But it's going to be Boom Bang locking away to Leona, and that's something you don't always see, as we normally see Boom Bang actually on Leona, so looking like they don't even want to give that option to War of Gingers. 2 bans here left for HCC, as they have the bot lane actually opened up now, I believe. Yeah, it's got to be... Actually, I'm even more confused now, because is that Gragas mid? Because what's that Kha'Zix going to play? Or are we just going to go 2 jungles and just honestly, I do not know. Grag support? I feel like Grag Yasuo has got to be the thing. Kha'Zix mid? I don't see that. I don't see that. I'll have to keep an open mind, though. In any case, it's going to be HCC taking away the Kled, taking away the Fiora, so looking like they're trying to just take away the mid, the top lane, as that could be a Yasuo mid, I guess, on blue. But it doesn't look like it, as the Ahri's going to be hovered here, and it will be the Ahri... It's got to be on blue, right? Maybe Gragas support then, and then Kha'Zix jungle? We'll have to see. Again, open mind. So Leona and Mordekaiser are going to be banned out, so taking away that mid and top potential that we saw from Game 1. Again, I you know, definitely a shout-out, commendation award for HCCs for those 2 lanes. They were able to hold out on their own, keep their team still in the game from having it just like spiral completely out of control. So for sure, I'm going to have to keep our eyes out to see what they can do against that. It's going to be, though, the Echo here locked in for the mid lane for Nevermore, and it looks like it will be War of Gingers on the picking perhaps a top Vladimir. So Senna ADC and Soraka support, I could see. I honest to God have no clue what's happening. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, yeah. See, I was talking about Yasuo Greg potential, but I didn't think that they would do it as a bottom duo. Interesting. Okay. I guess it works. I mean, you know, you have the bushes to help conceal the dragons if you need to deny vision, but all right, all right. This is definitely gonna be a much different kind of pacing of games, but you know, League of Legends, ITE Division A keeping it spicy, and that's gonna be appreciated for sure. Couple 10 seconds until we load onto the rift, but it looks like these are going to be the confirmed locks. Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't. There's no way this is Vladimir support. It's going to be Soraka support. We're going to be hitting ourselves now with the spectate delay. But again, when we come back, it's going to be game 2, Illinois Tech versus Hawkeye Community College. All right, welcome back, everyone. If you're just tuning in, we are now into Game 2 of Illinois Tech versus HCC. IIT leads the series 1-0, with now HCC on to the blue side. It's going to be Gazer on the Vladimir, top Kachurg on the Echo Jungle, Gal on the Olaf mid, Nevermore center bottom, and War of Gingers with that Soraka support. Meanwhile, for IIT, Divine on the Aatrox top, Blitzkrieg, Kha'Zix jungle, Plu, Ari mid, Zayn, Yasuo bottom, and Boombang, Gragas support. I'm the most excited here for this bot lane potential here. Look at that, 54k points. That's when you know you're dealing with these the Yasuo main, you know. or that's you know when you're dealing with a good Yasuo main. See, the Yasuos that have level 7 1 million points are the ones that you know you're going to lose, right? Because that's all they play. But the ones that are level 7 and only 54k points are the ones that you know that you're going to win with. See, big brain play. Interesting that Nevermore is going to be with the Senna, but it will be the Glacial. That is the expected combination that you're going to use to be an efficient bottom lane player. But we're going to have to keep our eyes out to see what they're going to be able to do against that. We're going to be loading things up onto the Rift, and it will be HCC finally opting to go for a teleport onto that Vladimir. Aatrox will have his, but Plu is going to now, having his Ahri banned game 1, but having able to have access to it for game 2. We're going to have to keep our eyes out to see, can he be using that Ahri efficiently to be able to get higher level performance against Gal, as opposed to that Mordekaiser from game 1. 4 members of HCC pushing themselves right here out onto the top lane, while IIT does the mostly correct 5-man outer approach, and will actually, if they go for a top lane Tribush invade, they might run into a Divine, and that could spell some decent amount of trouble. They're going to be looping themselves all the way around here, and Divine's going to be pushing up. He will not have to read onto this. If he goes into that bush, he will be in some much more trouble. He is going to be walking out. They are going to be seeing him. It's going to be Echo around, but the W not going to be seen, and the question mark all pig, just having them wonder. Please don't all chat them though. Don't all chat the question mark. That's toxic. But you can all chat ping just for IIT to know that HCC is not going to be able to get anything from that, but they will be putting a ward down to keep an eye out for that Kha'Zix. But Kha'Zix is going to be down here with the Yasuo party to start things off with the blue buff. Olaf will be spotted though, as Echo has also come out here, so they will know red buff is going to be started there for HCC. A little bit of assistance from Zan. 1 tornado to knock that blue buff right up, and Kha'Zix will be able to clear it, I believe, just a little faster than the Echo, but will come at a price where he's decently low. Sorry for spanning the camera. This time Redtail is gonna, or excuse me, Gazer is actually gonna have some items from his first approach outside of the gates, but Straka gonna start things off with leveling up that Q, and it is relatively forgiving mana cost and CD, so whatever she can do to get some damage there onto the Hawks early, as Zayn going to have to be wary of going for any CS safely against that kind of potential. So, you know, level 2, level 3, that's going to be where the exciting stuff comes around, but it's going to be 1 CS more that they need to hit that level 2. They are going to finally hit it, but are they going to go for the fight right from the start? It's going to be Boombang starting things off. Going to be stunned and silenced there by 2 members, and IIT definitely coming out on the short end of that trade, but going to be flexing their muscles a little bit, as Aatrox is going to be giving a quick check onto HCC's blue buff. Kha'Zix now knowing that is going to be available. He is going to have both buffs to his name. The sight ward not going to be seeing that either. Kachurg, though, from behind is going to be able to start things off against the Ahri. Charm will fall through, but the damage is just not there. Plu walks out relatively unscathed, will pop a health potion to keep himself alive. Meanwhile, Blitzkrieg going to be able to get his blue buff, and will be walking right into a very tenderized Echo with no E available. It's going to be the first blood. Well played there from Blitzkrieg to have the discipline to hold it out. And the pings from HCC as they are left confused, lost, and scattered. Meanwhile, Zayn and Boombang struggling here in the bot lane, but it's to be expected in this kind of setting with both of HCC's bottom players going to be having to have the range ability, but it's going to be, regardless, going to be looking for that all-in engage. The wall going to be able to avoid some of that damage from Senna. Nevermore going to be looking for any more damage. They're going to be trying to pin this Soraka through, Boombang going to have his E ready for that knockup, but the damage going to be there from the Ignite. The heal going to be used onto the Senna, and that Boombang is going to fall. War of Ginger still holding out alive. Zan going to be taken very low. One more auto could do it. Zan's going to have the shield, going to have to knock up, not going to be coming through. One more is going to be able to do it. He will be able to get the kill. Echo there to help things off, though. And unfortunately, IIT not able to coordinate this pin Soraka. That's when you need to go from 2 different entrances to keep her in one place, but the Senna damage, you know, deceptive, but using a lot of summoners. Senna's still holding on to her flash. Not sure why Zayn pinged that, because I don't see where you got that idea from. But it will be a summoner-less IIT bot lane for sure. And Divine going to have to try to dealing. I haven't talked too much about him yet, but he is dealing with the Vladimir, keeping even with him. You know, that first kill there for Blitzkrieg definitely helping him off with already about 400 gold lead. Going to be making that Echo's life much harder, but he will be able to get an assist, so he'll have some gold to his name. But, you know, Kazac's not even having gone for his first back yet. It's going to be clearing up these camps. We'll be able to come back, you know, pretty strong with that assassination damage. And that's probably, you know, prioritized there on the bot lane. Could probably bring them right back into the game. For sure. Yeah, I think, you know, even the kills behind, they're still being able to keep up in terms of gold. Yeah, also having a little bit of a CS lead as well. So we'll have to see. Gazer, though, getting caught here within the Aatrox chains and gonna have to pull himself right back out to avoid any more damage. Divine making quick work with these minions to push himself right up into the turret. And level 6 now for both top laners. Plu going to be here. Likely just going to finish up these minions and then look for the back. Pings though coming out as Tribush is going to be set up for a ward. It is going to be Aatrox though finding a kill. Let's take a quick look at that. I saw as the bot lane does, as the Gragas does go, excuse me, as the Kha'Zix does go for the jungle, for the dragon. Okay, just nice play. Yeah, there it goes. Nice play there from Aatrox. Vlad probably just not expecting that, but it's going to be Blitzkrieg coming back with the Warhammers and a talisman, I believe, to be able to safely take away this dragon by himself, level 4. And that will be Kachung coming down here bot lane for a possible gank, but he is going to be spotted by the ward that IIT just put down earlier as they were clearing out that Tribush. Blitzkrieg going to be here just as a safety though. Looking like the wave pushing here in HCC's favor. Could have the Kha'Zix make a quick return visit back, but no W from the Senna. They're going to be trying to land the damage where they can. War of Ginger is going to be taken very low with that Ignite. Zan going to have to try to dive himself right in, but the follow-up is not there yet. Echo going to be finishing up these Krugs, but it's going to be taken very low. Not sure if they're going to be looking for any more. Going to try to see what engages that they can do. The damage from the Gragas will do fine, though, on its own. And that's not even without any AP items, mind you, so. Nice play there from the bot lane. Able to hold out onto their own. And Plu versus Ari versus Olaf is not something you see too often. You know, the charm will be nullified by Olaf's ult, but you know, you got to commit a lot of resources to be able to make sure that you can get a kill like that. And speaking of Devil, you know, Ari's got an all-in potential with the Ignite at hand as well. Just zoning off Olaf away from these minions. Echo now finally coming in with a back with the Codex, but will be occupied by the red buff. 8 here as well now for the Ari. Olaf going to throw out that axe just to pierce right through her, but you know, all that's waiting is for that one gank to be able to maybe set the new pace for the mid lane. It's going to be Boombang clearing out some of the supports. Vladimir noting that the Aatrox once again is missing and keeping their tabs onto that blue buff as well. It's going to be Blitzkrieg taking away that scuttle. gonna get a nice little bit of a leash from Divine to secure that for them, and Echo now just finally coming around will be spotted as he passes through these wolves. Blitzkrieg looking like they're going to keep themselves onto the Krugs, but if the Echo comes up top, they will have some assistance as they wait in the bush. Kachung maybe looking for it once again. The play here as they get the knockup onto the Kachung. He is going to have his ult available to get out if he needs to. He's going to flash mostly in place. The ult going to come through. Blitzkrieg though in place. Plu with a nice flash E to keep any more potential damage, and they're going to be able to get 2 kills there. Meanwhile, Vlad going to be using all of that time though, not able to capitalize on it by taking any turret plating in the meantime, as he had no vision. No vision with this denial of the ward as well. Probably does not want to risk anything. So much more different play here from IIT. Much more controlled, keeping that Echo in as much of a disadvantage as possible, with now 2 times falling down to his in his own jungle. Zayn and Gragas, Zayn and Boom Bang finally at that level 6 mark, where all you need is that one Graggy ult to be able to get the kill, as we saw earlier, as must have been as he got the kill, I think, on the Soraka earlier, maybe? No, that was the Q. I think they got another kill recently, though. My mistake. I'll find it later. Will be a couple trades here used in the meantime, as Yasuo's going to back, starting up with that static Shiv build, I believe. We're going to see ourselves with a Cloud Dragon going to be spawning pretty soon, as Blitzkrieg now in a comfortable lead ahead of the Echo for sure. Echo only having finished his first item and already about 300 gold behind. Echo now going to be coming around. They're not going to be seeing that Echo has the as they're not going to have any vision set behind, but Blitzkrieg is going to be trying to look for the fight. The silence they're going to be used. Boom Bang, not 10 seconds until his ult is there. Zayn is going to be taken to about half health. Q not going to go all the way through, but Boom Bang now finally with his ult, but no mana. It's going to look like they're going to have to call off this fight from anything more. No summoners, I believe, being used either, so they're relatively safe. Gal showing a little bit on the upper edge above this Ahri, actually, from the looks of it. She does have 2 kills to her name, though, so we'll have to see. It is going to be the Soraka using her ult, though. Sorry, let me just take a quick check back. I thought they were calling off this fight. Dude, Greg 100% backed, but they were just still confident in 2v2 anyway. Nice ease there to keep her in check. The damage is going to be there. Blitzkrieg actually flashing to be able to guarantee that they could get the Soraka, but Nevermore taken pretty low. The auto's going to be the flash auto is going to be used, and the glacial it's going to be helping it. Nevermore trying to turn on with the W as well to follow up on the Kha'Zix, but it's going to be blocked by a minion. So Blitzkrieg's still going to be spotted by a ward here. They'll know for sure. And Echo looking like he wants to maybe make an effort on this control ward. Blitzkrieg going to have to definitely back if he wants to be in time for that, though. It doesn't look like they're going to go for it. And yeah, I thought I saw the Ahri lower health earlier, but it is actually going to have her. Must have been the ult and just flash engage. No flashes, but oh, good God. And didn't have ult earlier either, so that's going to always be putting her at a disadvantage. But Aatrox wins out on a 1v1. Sorry for passing that as well. This is just just Divine showing the 1v1 prowess. Misses that first. Lands some with the damage, but Gazer not able to actually misses that second one too. Vlad definitely has the chance to outplay that for sure, but there's going to be Boom Bang coming in with an ult available. Yasuo in range, not yet, and that dragon will be secured by the Olaf. Blue team going to be able to get that, and an unfortunate series of events there for the Hawks, as they were not able to time their backs accordingly, or their timers accordingly, to be able to prepare themselves for that dragon. That play for sure, committing themselves for the Soraka, but still trying to go for Senna. Big misplay, but with the Senna back and the damage there from nice little bit of a knock up there combo. Soraka left helpless as she is 1-4-2. Not enjoying herself for sure, as she's going to be trying to go for a redemption build just to be as much of a heal bot as possible. But what's the point of healing if you're dead? You know, no one's going to be there with you. IIT though, about 40 seconds left on this turret before the plating drops, so they're going to try to get what they can. Will be one finally falling. And yeah, so no AD items either yet, so it's going to be a while until that Greg is going to be able to come through. Hold on. That's an Ahri with ult available, and that's going to be Soraka not actually seeing the Ahri, I think, either. A 4-man dive here going to be looked upon. Vlad, with his TP available, going to have to decide if they want to try to save it or not. This could be a dive. Doesn't look like it, actually. I'm sorry. So they're going to call it off. They're instead going to rotate here forward mid. And Divine, once again, keeping that blue buff in check. Not going to even give Echo the luxury of going for it. But Divine's going to be pinched here. Perhaps he does have a flash, I believe, to get himself out of it. The damage is going to be there on Kachung. He's going to have to flash himself out. The stun's going to fall through, but Olaf is invincible. The damage not going to be able to come in at the last second, though. Plu trying to do what he can, but he's going to have some assistance. Blitzkrieg and Boombang there for the assistance. Boombang going to be stunned up, but Echo, no more ult available. It's going to have to be sure that they can get the kill. Ahri with her ult now up. Flash not going to be able to help too much. And Yasuo stuck in a 1v2 situation. Vlad's going to have to back under the tower. Turret plating will finally fall now at the 15-minute mark as IIT leads at about 3k gold. Zan going to have to farm these turrets where he can under. Puts a wall just to be able to watch out. Going to try to do what he can. Not going to be able to secure the cannon with the EQ. But able to handle himself as they're putting the control words all over the map just to prevent any more ganks from this Kha'Zix. But they won't have to worry about for some time, as once again, I believe, Kha'Zix takes away the blue buff again from, or who got the buff? Ahri? That means I think they got it on, maybe the Echo did get it earlier. I'm sorry, I don't remember. It's going to be Zan ignited, going to be finally popped by Nevermore, but Boombang looking like he wants to maybe try his hand at a 1v1, and that's not going to work out. Control Ward going to be able to deny any vision, but will be an Echo around the area. And will be spotted, so Greg is not going to look for anything more, and they're just continuing to shut this Soraka down as much as possible, so. Divine, though, landing a decent chunk of damage onto Vladimir. Going to keep him at bay for sure. Gal looking like they want to go for an engage, but that's going to be an Ahri. Going to have to pop her ult right from the start, but in order to, you know, not lose out anymore on that, it's going to be the damage just barely coming in through. A nice little 1v1 play there with a flash as well to secure it. Nice spacing there to keep away that Olaf auto to be able to secure that damage. Vlad's going to have to back all the way, but doesn't look like he wants to give up this first turret. And instead, trying to see if they can bait Divine out as low as possible. And there is going to be no assistance either from these guys. But Gaze are looking like they want to maybe go for the fight. The Senna ult will not land. Looking like they tried their hand at it to see if they could maybe go for with a Vlad flash follow-up perhaps. But no first turrets falling yet at the 17-minute mark. But it will be another dragon spawning here, this time to Ocean. Now Yasuo and Greg available for this, but Blitzkrieg's going to start things off. Not going to have the ult until for another few seconds, but that's going to be fine. Blitzkrieg's going to follow up as he is a big boy with that 2k gold lead above Echo. Which will be probably pretty much able to take that dragon solo as well at this point. Soraka not even going to be able to match the Yasuo, as he could probably just dive right under her. Will be Boombang and Blitzkrieg trying to take down this dragon for their own. Plu gonna just have to try to use his GOP 800 to try to keep that Olaf at bay. Will be an Ocean Drag to keep her pretty healthy in terms of just her mana pool. But Zayan is going to be finishing up. I don't know why I thought Static. I keep forgetting about PD. I'm sorry. PD going to be finished here for Yasuo. Could be looking at those AD items next. Plu going to be, Echo and Vlad going to be trying to take the advantage where they can by taking the Rift Herald. But it will be first tower secured for the Hawks on the bot lane. And this Gragas Yasuo comp kind of working out. As they continue to starve Echo out from his jungle, he's just not having a good day with his camps today. It will be Nevermore pretty worried of this as they're going to try to see if they can catch someone out, but HCC a little bit spooked from that. Will just be spotted by the ward as they walk right back up to the Raptors. Going to try to see if they can get the upper edge onto the Ahri, but they should have seen her from the ward. It is going to be the silence there, but she's going to have to ult right back out. Emote flash them. Taunt them, dude. Flex. Flex on the haters. It will be another turret following Divine finally cracking open the tier 1 top. And Vladimir with his Rift Herald going to have to try to see what he can do with that. He's going to shove himself right over the wall. Going to start sending a couple of trades. He's got the Black Cleaver though. And that's going to be it. It's going to be Kachur getting caught out by the Ahri Charm. And again, just getting completely dominated in his own jungle, which is always unfun to see as a in those kind of settings. But it's going to be finally all tier 1s now broken in favor for the Hawks. Senna going to be sending out a W from all the way from downtown, but she's going to be caught in between. Nevermore looking like he has the assistance, but they want to commit himself for this Vladimir, if all things. Not sure about that pathing. Will be Olaf going balls deep onto that Ahri, and I think actually Gal wins that 1v1. Gal is confident in it. He not going to have any summoners to his name, but he's going to have those axes with him. And nice double kill there on Gal Miraz. Still, and there's that. I like it. I like this Olaf. That's when you flex on it. It's like, you know what? You think just because the Ahri's 5-2 and 2, you can win against me? Nah. Sit, kid. But little bit of a change of pace. Oh my god, this gal is nuts. Flex on this guy, dude. Look at this. This Olaf is ready to take this team. So like, you know what? Rest of you four, I'm going to 1v9 this. I don't need you guys at all. So. Alright. What am I getting from chat? Risk taker. Hate to spoil this game, but HCC just won by taking a bad fight level 1. Oh, wow. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Didn't think that they could do that in 3 minutes. Gonna have to try to go for the smite just to be able to secure his red buff, but will be a Gragas walking all the way around. Yasuo gonna be split pushing bot where he's needed. Divine gonna be backing with the Death Dance. And Vlad still with the Rift Herald, gonna be expiring pretty soon. It's gonna have to probably use it. But Divine will be there to match it from the looks of it. Yeah, no Dragon's going to be spawning as of yet. No big objectives like that. Plu going to be trying to run in where they can, but you know, that Olaf kind of being a counter to that Ahri. Rift Herald is going to be finally spawned. Will be able to do some decent damage onto the Vlad, but will be able to do some decent damage onto the turret, excuse me. But Blitzkrieg is going to start things off by trying to go on a 1v1 onto that Vlad. The damage is kind of there, but just barely. Now Kha'Zix's pretty low with only about 30 seconds left until that Ocean Drake spawns. He's going to have a red buff to help him get back into the game and able to pop some of his refillables. But this is IIT's bot lane now with a 5-kill bot lane against a 3-kill Senna. Will definitely be a big play to make or break the game to give any possible chance for HCC to come back, as the Hawks are leading at a 5-6k gold lead. You know, that's mostly, you know, through the top and jungle. But now Aatrox's going to be present to be able to try to split push the game. Vlad is going to have a TP available. HCC has got to make the call, but they're not able to pull the trigger. It's going to be 4-member Zayn leaping over, and things get started off with the wall coming over. Echo's W going to be not landing, and unbelievably no kills yet. Blitzkrieg is going to start things off. He's going to have his jumps available. It's going to be flashing it for Nevermore. The slow from Soraka. What a change of pace here from Divine. He's going to be rooted under the turret, going to be taken very low, but going to be able to get himself out of kind. Gazer going to just committing himself for Divine, just trying to get one kill, but it's going to be the ace, and IIT's 5 members stay strong. What a play. You know, I thought that this instant burst here was going to kill everyone, but Destructive Redemption ends up giving them a breath of life. Yasser Wall negates most of the damage that they were throwing out here. But looking like the pings are going to be coming through. And the Baron is going to be called. So, Blitzkrieg turning on big for his team there. I thought I was more surprised that he didn't go for the jump resets, but maybe he just didn't want to risk that KDA. It will be the Baron power play at 24 minutes. And at this point, 13k lead is going to pretty much put HCC at the backseat for a decent amount of time if they want to have any chance of coming back into the game. You know, Olaf has got the resources, but you know, you can't fight an item advantage at this point, really. You know, too much of a, you know, IIT probably not going to be looking for any more 2-man split pushes. It's probably just going to be commit Divine for it on his own. Have Yasuo Greg be able to just push the minions in here through mid. And that looks like that can be the play. Vladimir looking for a possible flank. Not going to be there, though. Aatrox is going to be meeting up with the Senna, but a level 16 Divine against a level 11 Nevermore is going to be seeing that Senna never again. Root there from will not be able to do too much, but Divine throwing out a couple of abilities, trying to see if they can keep a check out on her. But Blitzkrieg is going to use that Baron buff to his advantage. Will not have a flash though, as he used the flash auto play here earlier in their red jungle. Will be IIT slowly pushing their way in here, finally cracking open the tier 2 bot, cracking open the tier 2 mid. It's got to be decided now. ICC has to make a strong call here, I think. They can't afford to let it wait out for 2 inhibs at this rate, but it's going to be Senna called out. It's going to be Nevermore taken down by the Boom Bang E, taking a couple of autos, but the GLP 800 going to be slowing a couple members down, and Vlad going to be diving all the way here. It's going to be activating his Zonias, but the Ignite going to be started off here with Ahri to take down. He's going to be taken down to only above half health. And meanwhile, the entire time, Divine chunking down this inhib. It's looking like it's going to be the first objective cracked. He's going to reset. Olaf is going to be matching that, but Zayn and Co are going to be pushing themselves here. It's going to be a flash auto engage to shut down that Soraka once again. Ahri going to be able to follow up with her ult to be able to get the Vlad down, and that's got to be the GG's coming out. Baron buff still alive and well, I believe. And they can shut this game down. Divine's still with his team as well. It's going to be flashing, in fact, to be able to try to get anything for it. Nobody will be falling. Blue first Nexus turret will fall. Now diving at the base, and a much different game than the game 1. Looking like IIT finally got the read. Looking like those roster switches ended up paying off. It's going to be Nexus here, finally falling. IIT able to hold on for another week, bringing it to 29-10, 54.6k gold to 37.8. Pretty big shutout there with, yeah. MVP though, I would give it to the Blitzkrieg. All over the map in that game 1, able to shut out that Echo pretty effectively with some assistance from Divine with his vision control. Bot lane, appreciate what they were going for, ended up working in the end, but you know, they weren't going for the hard carry. But I think if they flesh out that comp a little bit more, if they're able to work their Gragas, maybe able to manage his mana a little bit better, handle themselves with the level 1, level 2 a little better, I think that could be definitely a comp that they can flex out. a lot more. But yeah, the damage is there from the Olaf. You know, shout out MVP on the enemy team. Definitely the Olaf able to try to get some impressive 1v1s, 1v2 situations even on its own. But at the end, it's going to be the top jungle difference that puts IIT to a week 3 victory. So still able to hold on into their round robin with their chances of qualifying past the group stage still alive. Now pretty much at the halfway mark. You know, they've got now 3 more weeks of hard games ahead of them, and that's, you know, they might be able to get away with it for 1 more week, but you know that 3-1 game, that 4-1 game, that's going to be the make it or break it pretty much if they're going to have a chance to be able to go through. So with that in mind, that's going to do it for us today. Take ourselves back to the pick ban. Give a quick score change. IIT again, 2-0 on the Redtail's Esports. Give a quick check to chat to see if anyone's talking. Looking like the spectate delay still having them with the Baron power play. So I think that's going to do it for us today. Won't have any more games for this weekend. TESPA season will be catching up soon, but we're going to try to see if we can find maybe another caster, as my Overwatch knowledge is pretty lackluster since I haven't played in a while. But we'll have to see. Appreciate everyone stopping by today. GG's to Redtail's Esports. Best of luck in the rest of your series, and hope to see that the Hawks can continue these wins. And that'll do it for us today. Alvin Moy, signing off.